What's going on, guys? So, I just wanted to run by this really disturbing story that happened a few days ago, primarily on Instagram, of this young girl in upstate New York being brutally murdered by this white goth type dude who also attempted suicide after they got into some type of an argument coming from some type of a rock concert in New York City. Now, apparently, not only was this girl brutally murdered, her throat was slashed, but he posted pictures of this girl who was only 16 years old. Her name was Bianca Devins, to Instagram, as well as his profile on 4chan, or Fortune Cookie, and he even sent picture texts of the girl's body to her mother. Now, there are places where these disturbing photos are still circulating on the internet. Most of them have been taken down by social media giants like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. But there are places like Documenting Reality who still have them up. If you want to see them, you're going to have to go see them on your own. No links. Sorry, guys. But I did view the photos, and just all I can say is, first of all, I've seen stuff like that before and worse. And second of all, picture Nicole Brown Simpson with a little bit more gory throat slicing. The poor girl's head was nearly severed completely off. And it wasn't so much the grisly murder and the dude, posting the snuff pictures online that was the major issue, because, we live in an age now of not only social media, but we live in an age of people, using their smartphones and, body cameras to record them murdering people, or people being caught getting killed or in the act of killing people all the time. That's like, that's just part of the times that we live in. We seen the dude in New Zealand murder like 50 Muslims in 2 mosques. We saw so many black men get murdered in Chicago. It's not even funny. We've seen a couple of black thoughts get blown away. So, that sickening aspect of the story is not really the headline here. The headline of this is that, given the pro-feminist, pro-thought culture that we live in, this little girl, she was kind of her own worst enemy, because what she was doing, from what I understand, is she was victimizing what they're calling, I've never heard this term before, but I guess what the white community online calls orbiters, incel orbiters, that are basically what we call simps. And she would, date them or pretend to date them. In some cases, there were sexual encounters, from what I understand. And in a lot of cases, these men were older than her, even if they were under the age of 21. And then she would break up with them, and she would be extraordinarily mean to them. Somebody caught her talking to what is believed to have been the guy who killed her, or one of the so-called incel orbiters that she was victimizing. As you can see this exchange here, Xanax, which was her. Xanax. I have too many orbiters. I can bounce back with twice as fucking hard. You mean jack shit to me. And Shukun says, don't do this. Xanax says, I can replace you in a fucking second. Shukun says, please. Xanax says, you are nothing. Shukun says, you don't mean that. Xanax says, I was cheating on you anyways. Never cared about our relationship. And let me see. This person, Daniel, posted this on Twitter a screenshot of what she was saying to one of these white male simps. And he said, the more I look at this Bianca bullshit, the more I see it as play stupid games, win stupid prizes. It's very obvious she was your generic e-girl who fucked many, many guys, used them, got herself doxxed, associated with LE 4chan incel crowd, did hardcore drugs, sold nudes underage. Okay, so she was into some heavy shit for a 16-year-old girl. But the thing of it is, the headline is a lot of people are angry at these white men and these white boys that they call incels. And essentially, incels are basically, from what I understand, they are men who have grown a distaste for women, like us, because of the shit that they've gone through, with females, putting up with their bullshit. And the headline was that a lot of dudes online are saying that this little girl got what she deserved. Now, here's the deal. And reading that last post she made in full, this was 2 years ago. I was cheating on you anyways, never cared about our relationship. You were always here just as a plan B, as a backup when I didn't have anything better to do. I used you. And it says here, so we're all waking up to some big news. This morning, an incel beta orbiter has stalked, hunted down, and decapitated a teenage e-girl and posted photos of it to mock her orbiters. And this is another assumably white boy that was messing around with this girl. He posted, after she was murdered, he posted a private text that he had with her because they had exchanged phone numbers, and he thought he had a relationship with her. And basically, he's saying that she did him the same way that she did the other guys, including the guy that allegedly killed her. And he says in this text, thank you for teaching me a lesson that girls like you who lead guys online are just fake and attention-seeking. Friend hunting is just a way of saying I need attention and date guys online because guys who live in my area would see how fucked I really am. He will probably meet you, fuck you, and then leave you. I wouldn't do that because I care, but you refuse to give me a chance to show you anything because all you do is send me argumentative shit and piss me off when all I want is to be friends again. You are wrong in this, and someday it will hit you, and if it doesn't, then you're fucking sick and heartless and don't deserve unconditional love that someone like me can provide. Fucking done. Goodbye. There's what you blah blah. And here it says on heavy.com, Bianca Devins' photo of Utica teen's body posted on Instagram after murder. Bianca Devins was, now they're saying she's a 17-year-old girl from Utica, New York. I've heard 16, who was murdered on July 14th. Photos of Bianca's body were posted on social media after her death by the suspected killer, a 21-year-old New York man identified by his family as Brandon Clark, who also goes by Brandon Kowaliski. Heavy is not publishing the gruesome photos posted to Instagram or linking to them. The photos remained on Clark's Instagram page for several hours before they were removed. Clark was taken into custody as he attempted to kill himself, according to Utica Police Department. Police identified Brandon Andrew Clark and Bianca Devins as the suspect and victim on Monday. Devins was a recent high school graduate and was planning to start studying psychology at a community college in the fall, according to her social media. Now, in a small way, and this is I don't want this to come off wrong, okay? You know what I think about the westernized female pro-feminist collective as a whole, okay? The Marlboro man side of me says, oh well, sayonara, don't see you tomorrow. Goodbye, good riddance. And well, I can't say I can't wish you good luck because you dead, but goodbye and good riddance. No fucks given, as y'all say. But another side of me wants to feel sorry for both this girl and the dude that killed her, because they were really both victims of a larger problem which is this society now that preaches that ass backwards mentality is okay, right? What's trending now? What's trending is mentally demented individuals putting, snuff films and pictures of them murdering people and murdering themselves online. What's trending? Young girls, particularly with the Cardi B mentality that they can act like little bitches and like little thought whores, and nothing's gonna happen to them, and they're gonna be treated like queens, and this is the way to get attention, by acting like a little dumbass bitch, by acting mean, by using men, by thinking that you're smarter than everybody else and that you can fuck people over, and by being a little fat slut whore. This is what is being pushed by society. And what we see when we hear of these just horrific cases, because from what I hear, this dude was so enraged after he nearly severed this girl's head off, which he did, because I saw the photos. Like I said, think Nicole Brown Simpson times 2. He also sent a picture of her dead body and him with his own semen on his hand. I guess after he got done masturbating to her, to her dead body, he sent that to this girl's mother. And that's just, but see, this isn't just a situation about, this dude being sick in the head, because both of them were sick in the head. They were just sick in the head in different ways. She was sick in the head with this pro-feminist mentality that I told y'all is not just all you dumb niggas talking about, oh, get you a white woman. It's not just black women. It's by and large, it's mainly black women. They are the worst example. But it's really this whole female collective that we see in today's society that think it is okay to be a bitch, it is okay to be a hoe, because society is telling them that's what you do to get attention. Did I or did I not tell y'all that the thought is at the top of the food chain nowadays? She's at the top of the food chain, a la Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. This is what is being pushed on the young people of today, which is why the morals, the lack of moral compass is starting to destroy that natural instinct that younger generations of people have in what the difference is between right and wrong. Where we used to only see and hear of stories like this once every so many years, to the point where it would become a documentary on A&E. A&E and the History Channel, they can't even keep up with all of this shit to make documentaries about it, because it's happening practically every week. Either some nut shoots up his school or a workplace or the Las Vegas Strip, or he's, cutting some girl's head off and shoving it up her ass and sending pictures to her parents and family members. Because this is what we have allowed our society to become. Which is why the Marlboro Man movement also preaches against accepting things that have become social norms nowadays, not just feminism. We preach against, political norms, all social norms, this entire ass backwards mentality that says what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. Because when you accept these ideas that, right is wrong and wrong is right, it's okay to be a stupid ass. It's okay to be a punk. It's okay to be a hoe. It's okay to be a bitch. It's okay to be a cold-blooded killer. It's okay to be a savage. In this guy's case, I guess you could say it's even okay to be a pedophile. What you're doing is you're setting a dangerous precedent, not just for yourself, but for other people. Essentially, what you saw were two young people. You saw two young people that were victims of the same mind warp due to being caught up in a black hole of ass backwards mentality being accepted as a social norm. And we're going to see horrific stories like this more and more often, not just in the black community, but in overall society. We are essentially telling people, especially the younger generations, that it's okay to be a fucked up human being. Because essentially, while a lot of people may feel sorry for this girl, and I only half feel sorry for her for the reason why I said, I don't even halfway feel sorry for her. Like maybe less than a third, but only for the reason that I said. Because she was born into this social media age, this thought culture. She was only 17 years old, so she was born within this millennium, okay? When social media began. So this is all that she knew. That it's okay to be a stupid little thought and to be an evil bitch. And unfortunately for her, you know, she became a statistic. She got sucked into that black hole. Because at the end of the day, you saw the things that she was saying to, you know, these simp ass white dudes. And this is why I tell y'all why it's so dangerous to be a simp. Because these females are weaponizing thoughtism. They're weaponizing feminism. At the end of the day, she was much as of an evil little bitch as he was a evil, what do they call it, an incel orbiter. And basically, you saw two different sides of the same coin come together and create chaos. Talk to you later, guys.